How to make basic edits in your Weebly website. First, go to Weebly.com and then see the top right hand corner and click Login. The Login page opens. Insert your email and the password and click Login again. Your account opens at its main page. See and click on the Edit button. The development section of your account now opens. It will always open in the Build section. You can now access the page or pages that you would like to work on by simply using the navigation menu. At some point, you might also need to access the menu by clicking on Pages. All the pages of your website are located along this left-hand column. By clicking and highlighting any of these tabs in this section, you can go directly to any of those pages. Simply see the bottom right-hand corner and click Save and Edit, and that page opens up. Again, if you want to access any page, you can simply use the drop-down menu. That's probably the simplest way to access the page you want to edit. For these purposes, let's take a look at the About Us page. The page opens. There are a few things that we need to recognize before we get started. In the left-hand column, you have several different items called elements. This is a text element, this is an image element, this is a map element. There are many different features that all of these provide that can be dragged and dropped into the website. These are text elements. You can see a text element by this blue box that surrounds this group of text. There's an arrow at one side, there's an X at the other, and there's a bar in the middle. Clicking on the X will totally delete this content, and it will be gone forever. Clicking on the arrow allows you to move or copy that particular group of content to any of these other pages. You simply would click on the page you want to move it to or copy it to, and it will appear there at the top of that page. You can also see that there are other elements across this row. Here's one, and here's one beside it. Here's one up here that has the title that I centered above these two groups of content. Editing text is very similar to editing text in any other type of application you might be using, like Word or an email. Simply locate the element you want to edit and then place your cursor at that point. When you do that, a bar opens up, and this bar has several different options that pertain to editing text. Let's review some of them now. If you highlight Platte County Sports, you can B for bold, italicize, underline. And if you click somewhere else, you can see what happens. Once again, you can take everything off by highlighting and just clicking the opposite of what you did. This link up here, plus, increases the size of the text, minus decreases the size of the text. And that's a little small, so we need to make it larger again. If you have a problem with the text size matching up, as we see this is a little larger than these other letters, this removes the formatting and you can start over. Clicking that once or twice fixes the problem. Let's say that we'd like to color some text. This is a color palette. By simply putting your mouse cursor in the little circle and dragging it to the location you want and letting it go, that color is obtained and the words change. To change the red back to black, simply highlight that again. Click the color palette, find the red dot, and drag it to the bottom of the page. You could also select other colors by using this color palette over here. When you're done, click out of it and it should turn back to black. And you can see that it did. Some of the other items in the toolbar are justification of margins. This is left justification. This is center. You can see what it does. It affects the entire element. This would be right justification. You can see what it does here. And then full justification, where it squares everything up as best it can. I have everything here on this page left justified. These items right here are bullet lists, and to make a bullet list you simply would highlight those items that you would like to have bulleted and click it, and you can see what happens right there. Note that these arrows over here are undo command buttons, so we'll undo the bullet command, and there we have that. This is a phenomena right here that you need to recognize. You will notice that this text, which was once black, now is more of a gray tone. And that's something that occurs within the program that is what I would just describe as a fluke. Something that just happens for no explicable reason. So when you see something like that, simply highlight it, open the color palette, grab this, make sure it's back down on the bottom, 000 is the number for black, and click out, and then it is black. That does happen sometimes, and you just have to get used to it. Once again, demonstrating what these commands do up here, we have those bulleted. You can also make them into numbers and turn them back to bullets again. Simply highlight and click the bullet link. And there you go. Everything is as it was. Now, every time that you finish making an edit to the website, it is important that you remember to publish the website to the server. To do that, see the top right hand corner, this orange button, Publish. Click that. As I'm doing now, this window opens, followed by a second window. When this second window opens, you don't have to worry about anything inside here. Simply click the X and come back to the screen that you are editing. Next, let's learn how to change a photo slide in the home page slideshow. So let's go back to the home page. Click Home. The home page opens, and this is the location of where the slideshow is located. You can see it as well by the blocks that surrounds the element. Let's click inside of that. This window right here will open up. Click Add Edit Photos, and this page opens up. You can see we only have one slide in the show at the time. Click on Add Photos here in the top right corner. This opens up to your computer directory, and you will need to find the folder where you have placed the image you want to go into the slideshow. Here's Add Banners. Open that, and we will put the meet and greet banner in there for this demonstration. So you can either double click the image or highlight it and click Open. And the image appears on the screen. Okay, now that the image is there, you might want to reorder where it is located. Simply hold down on your left mouse button the image that you want to move and drag it to the location you want it to rest. If there were 2, 3, or 4 other images in here, then you could drag and drop those images in the location that you wanted them. Note that you can also add a hyperlink to these images. Let's say, for instance, that this image right here went to a specific page about anything. So you simply would find the web page in the site, submit information, say, click that, click save, and then this slide image would be a link to that particular page. When you have finished editing, you can click save. To delete one of these items, you simply would click on the trash can and it will go away. And we'll do that right now. And once again, we are finished doing what we wanted to do, and we click save. And so people will see what we have done. We would click publish, X out of this, and then we would be finished. Okay, let's say that's all the editing we wanted to do today. We simply would go back up, see these 3 white bars right here. We would click that, select Exit Editor. We come back to the main account screen. We see the top right hand corner and click Log Out. And we have completed the task.